Most people think Mike Tyson was just built different, completely fearless. The most terrifying dude to ever step foot in boxing history, a guy who was folding grown men in seconds. The man opponents were terrified of before the opening bell even rang. But there was one major secret almost nobody knew. Mike Tyson was absolutely terrified, and not just every now and then, pretty much before every single fight. The real question is, how did the baddest man on the planet end up carrying that much anxiety? And more importantly, how did he flip that fear and turn it into his ultimate weapon? Before the championship belts, before the massive bags of money, before all the global fame, there was just a traumatized kid trying to survive in Brooklyn. Tyson got bullied, robbed, beat up, and written off. The streets taught him a brutal lesson early on. The world is a dangerous place. Fear wasn't something Tyson picked up down the road in boxing. Fear was something he lived with 24/7. A lot of people think being brave means you aren't scared, but psychology tells us a completely different story. Real courage is pulling up and taking action, despite being scared out of your mind. And Tyson would spend his whole life learning that exact lesson. Then Tyson crossed paths with Cus D'Amato, the one man who would completely change his trajectory. Cus understood something very few coaches ever grasp. You can't just delete fear. You can only channel it. Most people run away from the things that scare them. Cus trained Tyson to run straight at them every single morning, every brutal workout, every single sparring session. Fear became high-octane fuel. Tyson wasn't becoming fearless. He was just getting elite at weaponizing his fear, step by step. That scared little kid started building heavy armor, an alter ego, a straight-up monster, a version of himself that absolutely nobody could hurt. Years later, Tyson dropped a major bombshell. Before his fights, he was usually sweating bullets. Sometimes, he was straight-up panicking. He'd doubt himself, second-guess his training, wondering if he even had what it takes. This blows people's minds because we always assume the heavy hitters feel completely different than us. But elite performers deal with the exact same inner demons as everybody else. The only difference is what they do when it's go time. Tyson once explained that the fear was always heaviest right before the walkout. But then, something crazy happened. The second he started walking toward that ring, that fear started shrinking. Every single step forward was draining its power. Until finally, the fear didn't belong to him anymore. It belonged to his opponent. Most people look at fear as a massive weakness. Psychologists look at it as a cheat code. Fear sparks pure energy, insane focus, hyper-awareness, flawless preparation. Fear tells your brain, yo, this is life or death. Lock in. Tyson was always terrified of losing, and because he was terrified of failing, he trained harder than anyone. He prepared with zero mercy. He was locked in on another level. The exact same fear that could have broken him became the engine driving him forward. His opponents thought they were staring down pure confidence, but truth is, they were staring down controlled, laser-focused fear. And controlled fear, that is an unstoppable force. But fear has a toxic side too. When fear gets too loud, it starts calling all the shots. As Tyson's career kept moving, the solid circle around him started falling apart. Cus D'Amato passed away. His guidance was completely gone. His discipline started slipping. And those heavy fears that used to fuel him became way too messy to control. That's the ultimate danger of fear. When you master it, it mints champions. But when you lose your grip on it, it brings absolute chaos. The exact same emotion that builds you into a god can tear you down to nothing. At the end of the day, Mike Tyson's story isn't really about boxing. It's about something every single one of us deals with every day. Fear. We spend our whole lives trying to dodge it, trying to run from it, trying to fake it like it's not even there. But Tyson's biggest lesson is this: fear never actually goes away. The play isn't to try and become fearless. The play is learning how to step up while you're shaking, to get in the ring anyway, to square up with the challenge anyway, to take the high-stakes risk anyway, Because real courage isn't the absence of fear. It's deciding that whatever is on the other side of that door matters way too much to back down. And that right there is exactly how fear became Mike Tyson's greatest weapon. The hero and the coward both feel the exact same fear. The hero just knows how to weaponize it. Cus D'Amato.